This is the hard truth. Faith has been turned into a business. Today, we uncover how religion, once a pure matter of the spirit, has evolved into one of the most profitable industries on earth. Welcome to Let's Decode, where we peel back the layers and expose the system behind the story. Our journey begins by looking at the numbers. Major religious institutions today manage assets worth billions of dollars. Whether it is the sprawling real estate of the Catholic Church or the massive revenues of modern mega churches and televangelists, the money flowing in is staggering. This is not to say that all religious organizations are corrupt. But we must ask, when spirituality meets profit, who truly benefits? Throughout history, faith was meant to guide and uplift. However, in modern times, many leaders have taken advantage of people's beliefs to create lucrative enterprises. We see it in high-budget TV ministries, massive fundraising campaigns, and even the sale of merchandise that promises blessings and miracles. The blend of genuine faith and aggressive business tactics has created an industry where inspiring hope and making money are intertwined. Consider how sophisticated the business models have become. Religious organizations employ expert marketing strategies, smart branding, and a deep understanding of human psychology. They create environments that not only foster a sense of community and belonging but also encourage generous donations. Money is often presented as a form of spiritual investment, a way to secure divine favor. The system is simple. The more you give, the more you believe you will receive. But behind this promise lies a well-oiled machine designed to generate profit. Now, I want you to think about this for a moment. If you find it surprising or even disturbing, hit the like button and share your thoughts in the comments. I challenge you to question the status quo and engage in this conversation. If we keep our eyes open and our minds sharp, we can decode the truth behind the faith-based facade. Let's break down the mechanics of this business. First, there is the accumulation of wealth. Large institutions, like centuries-old churches, have accumulated vast reserves through donations, land holdings, and investments made over generations. These funds often grow exponentially thanks to modern investment strategies. The story is repeated over and over. A modest donation becomes a key that unlocks future blessings. This promise, repeated across various faiths, is a powerful motivator for millions of people. Next, consider the role of modern media. Television, the internet, and social media have transformed how religious messages are delivered. Televangelists and online ministries reach millions with polished presentations that mix inspirational messages with slick production values. They tell stories of miracles and success, often highlighting lavish lifestyles that come from faith-driven prosperity. This approach not only draws in followers but also creates a cycle of increasing donations as viewers believe that contributing will lead to personal miracles. Yet, with all this money in play, there comes a critical gap: accountability. When billions are managed by organizations whose main focus is the spiritual, the lines between ethical fundraising and exploitation blur. The systems that once served to support communities can, in many cases, end up supporting extravagant lifestyles and lavish displays of wealth far removed from the needs of the average believer. The very institutions meant to help and guide are sometimes more focused on financial growth than on social or spiritual welfare. I challenge you now. Look at your own beliefs and the institutions you trust. Are you aware of where your money is going? Do you see the full picture? Or are you just being comforted by the familiar words of hope? I want you to take a moment to think critically and question not only the leaders you follow but also the systems that enable such enormous financial power. As we move further into the video, let's consider some examples. Think about how a small donation, when pooled together with those of millions of others, creates a multi-million-dollar fund. Leaders who preach faith also preach financial investment in that faith. And then there's the clear example of high-profile ministries that showcase luxury cars, private jets, and opulent lifestyles. These displays are meant to signal success, but they also raise a difficult question. When money becomes a measure of divine favor, what message does that send about the nature of faith? The answer is both simple and profound. It sends a message that wealth and success are intertwined with spirituality. This idea is incredibly powerful. It convinces people that their financial contributions will unlock blessings and prosperity. But this is where the system can fail. Instead of focusing on genuine community support and moral leadership, some organizations become more like corporations with spiritual branding. Now, let's decode the system further with a simple framework. Imagine two boxes. In the first box is genuine spiritual guidance, a system that cares for the community, supports the needy, and encourages ethical behavior. In the second box is the profit machine, a system driven by the promise of miracles in exchange for money. A system that leverages advanced marketing and psychological tactics to maximize donations. The challenge for you is to learn to tell the difference between these two boxes in every religious or spiritual message you encounter. At this point, I want you to participate. Pause the video for a moment and think about an experience where you or someone you know was affected by a message of prosperity tied to money. Reflect on how that message made you feel and what actions it led you to take. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your insights are valuable, and they help create a deeper dialogue about these critical issues. We must also acknowledge that many leaders in the field of religion are deeply committed to their causes. They often work tirelessly for their communities. However, even the most sincere intentions can be undermined by a system that rewards profit over people. The key is transparency and accountability. When religious institutions clearly show how funds are used, whether for charity, community projects, or genuine spiritual education, they maintain trust and integrity. When they don't, they risk turning faith into nothing more than a lucrative business. As we approach the conclusion, let's bring everything together. The business of religion is complex, rooted in history, and influenced by modern technology and marketing. At its core, it reveals a tension between genuine spiritual guidance and the pursuit of wealth. The promise of divine favor in exchange for monetary contributions is a powerful tool that has been refined over centuries. But now, more than ever, it is essential for us to decode these messages and demand accountability. The resolution is clear. By understanding the business behind faith, you empower yourself to make informed decisions. You learn to recognize when a message is meant to inspire or when it is designed to extract money. With this awareness, you can support those organizations that truly serve the community and question those that blur the line between spiritual leadership and financial exploitation. Your assignment is simple. Research a religious organization of your choice. Look into its financial reports. Examine how it allocates donations, and see if its spending aligns with its stated mission. Write down your findings and share them in the comments below. Let's build a community that values transparency and holds every institution accountable. Thank you for watching Let's Decode. If this video made you think, if it challenged your beliefs and urged you to look deeper, hit the like button, subscribe, and share this video with friends. Remember, the first step to change is awareness. And the next step is action. The power to decode the business of religion is in your hands. Until next time, keep questioning, keep learning, and above all, never settle for the surface when the truth is waiting beneath.